student loan rates, again, are set to double in a month. That's why President Obama is urging Congress to extend the current rates. But Republicans are rejecting the president's approach as needlessly partisan. The president has called on Congress to extend the low 3.4% federally subsidized student loan rates past the end of June. If nothing happens, come July 1st, those rates automatically double to 6.8%. Joining me live now, Congressman Steven Horsford from Nevada. He's been holding roundtables in his district to try to tackle this issue. Congressman, thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
What are you hearing from your constituents about student loans? What's the predominant solution that you're hearing from them?
Well, what I'm hearing, just met with a group of students in my district, formed a task force on this issue, in fact, because student debt in college loans is now over $1.1 trillion. It's actually more than credit card debt in America. And what I'm hearing is the fact that literally I have college students who are homeless, who are sleeping under bridges in order to try to afford college. I have a young lady who has a son who wants to attend college. She herself is trying to go back to become a nurse, and she's struggling to pay her mortgage now. And so the Republican House plan is not a solution. It actually will increase the cost of college loans and not give any predictability for students who are trying to better themselves by getting a college education.
This is what President Obama said about student loans Friday. He was talking about the bill. Let's take a listen and talk about it on the other side.
We've got to make sure that federal student loan rates don't double on July 1st. Now, the House of Representatives has already passed a student loan bill, and I'm glad that they took action, but unfortunately their bill does not meet that test. It fails to lock in low rates for students next year. That's not smart. It eliminates safeguards for lower income families. That's not fair.
So what do you think, Congressman, is going to be the future of Congress's student loans plan?
Well, the president is exactly right. The House Republican plan is not fair, it's not right, and it will not work. It's a variable interest rate. In a state like Nevada and a lot of other places, during the housing crisis, it was the adjustable rate mortgage that caused so many people to lose their homes. Now the House Republicans want that same type of plan for college students. I find this to be hypocritical. When they say they don't want the next generation to go into debt or to have to burden the debt of this generation, but in fact that's exactly what they're doing with their college savings loan rate increase.
You were talking about the House, and you're talking about House Republicans specifically, but there hasn't been any activity in the Senate, which is, of course, controlled by Democrats. Why no activity there? Why no action?
Well, it's my understanding that Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is planning a vote in the Senate, and I'm hopeful that the plan, like Senator Elizabeth Warren, which will cap the rates at the same interest rates that big banks are getting, will be what we extend to college student loans rates so that college isn't more expensive for the generation that's trying to improve themselves.
Here's the thing. A lot of folks suspect that you guys will do what you typically do, which is solve this thing at the 11th hour down in D.C. But why has there not been as much of a conversation about the true drivers of skyrocketing college costs? Why these student loans, student loans cost so much in the first place? Where's that conversation?
You're right on point, and that's the larger, fundamental, comprehensive discussion we need to have on making college more affordable. College loans are one part of it, but it shouldn't just be about student loans in order to be able to pursue a college education. We need to talk about increased investment in Pell Grants. We need to be talking about forgiveness of student loans for serving in underserved communities and giving back.
Congressman, all those things may be true, but where's the conversation about bringing down the cost?
Well, the cost of college is increasing in large part because of state budgets having to cut back on higher education. And what that has resulted in is increased tuition. And that's the larger debate that we need to be having, is how we can make college more affordable. When the president sets a goal of having more Americans graduate by 2020, we need to make sure that they can afford to graduate and not to go into debt to do so.
Congressman Steven Horsford from Nevada. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you for being on your show.